So as you just heard, I'm originally from Georgia. I worked with the Atlanta Area Council Boy Scouts for 17 years, then had a great opportunity to move to the Northeast in Delaware, worked there as the executive director for about 6 years. And let me tell you, boy, am I glad to be back in an area where people don't look at me funny when I say things like reckon, fixin', or what's for supper. So thanks for welcoming me into your community. Look forward to getting to know everybody. As you know, youth today live on these devices. Does anybody have one of these in your pocket or your purse? I bet you do. So we're going to do a little exercise. Our scouts and our children live here. We're going to see if we can meet them in this space. So what we're going to do is I need to show some scout leadership at your table and have someone designated as the photo taker. And I want you to take a picture of your teammates, your table mates. Then I want you to post it on social media. You'll see it on the screen. There's cards at your table. We want the community to know about the fun they missed today. And I also want you to be able to go home and tell your kids that maybe you're a little cooler than they thought you were. All right, we got about 10 seconds. All right, take your seats. No matter how many times you take the picture, it'll still look just like it, for better or worse. All right. Kevin, we got a rowdy group here. If I can have everybody's attention, we're going to do the scout sign to call back to order. So, here's the number one question I get asked all the time. People ask me, Jason, what makes scouting different? What's the magic of scouting? And I tell them it starts with the first sentence of the Scout Oath that we recited earlier. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country. Those are strong words. Honor, duty, God, and country. And here's the great thing about the Boy Scouts. Those aren't just words. Sure, we recite them, but our goal is to make sure that through scouting, a young person has the opportunity to practice them and live them. We just don't talk about patriotism. Our young people practice it. They live it. They go on campouts where they raise the American flag every morning, and then every evening they lower it with respect and fold it and store it. They go to community government meetings, and after that meeting they sit with their peers and with their adult leaders and talk about what they just observed. We just don't talk about community service. We practice it. We live it. We have young people that collect food for the hungry through our Scouting for Food program, build flower gardens in the inner city. Last year we had 59,000 community service hours given right back to our community through scouts that were practicing and living community service. We just don't talk about leadership. We practice it, we live it. From a fourth grader sitting around his buddies at a den meeting as a Cub Scout, talking about who's going to bring the snack next week. That's my kind of leadership. To an Eagle Scout that's working with the community and youth and adults to plan an amazing Eagle Scout project. They're practicing and they're living the values of scouting and leadership. Our goal is to instill values in young people and make sure they have a blast doing it. Roy Rogers famously once said, there's only one problem with the Boy Scouts. There ain't enough of them. And he was right. And that's why you're here today. we're raising some much-needed funds to make sure we can go into every community, every county, every neighborhood in our council to give every young person the same opportunity to experience this life-changing program. So as not just the executive director, but a parent of a Boy Scout and the parent of a daughter that is adventuring, I want to say thank you very much for being here and for the investment you're about to make into what I believe, and I believe you believe, is one of the best youth development programs in our country. So thank you very much.